Fantasy people, I thought I'd just put together a quick little video. I've had a lot of questions recently asking me which player do I trade out first. So we're getting to that stage of the season where it's sort of luxury trade territory. So people have really difficult decisions to make about who goes first in their team. I've had a lot of people asking me Tom Mitchell or Patrick Cripps, Sicily or Short, Anderson or Heaney, those types of questions. So I just thought I'd kind of rank the players in order of which ones I think need to go first and where we can sort of maximize our point scoring for the rest of the season. Okay, so first up, just a little caveat. If you're running any rookies, obviously the rookies do have to go first. So if you've got like a Saligo at M8 or you're running like a Jacob Ware in the defense, they have to go first. But these are the sort of, I guess, seasoned players or the actual kind of the non-rookies that we're talking about here. So the premiums that we want to upgrade. Okay, so the first three guys that I've targeted that I think need to go first, they all come from the forward line. It's a Jed Anderson, Isaac Heaney, and a Connor Rozee in that order. So I think those players, the main reason I think they should go first is because I think we have a lot of options and a lot of opportunity coming up in that forward area. So we've got Tim Taranto hitting form, we've got Tim English coming back from injury, and we also have Marcus Bontempelli, who's sort of, he's a Rolls Royce of a player, so he's another one that we can pick up. So if you've got any three of those players, I'd be trying to get them to Taranto, English, or Bontempelli. And remember that we do have in another week's time, so next week we'll be trading in and trying to get into our team's Bailey Smith. So he's another one that we really have to consider and think about with our forward lines. So they are the first three players. The next one on the list is Patrick Cripps. So I do think he is really hogging a midfield spot at the moment and he is wasting one of your spots. If you can get Patrick Cripps up to a premium like a Jack Steele, that would be ideal. I would even consider, if I could, moving Patrick Cripps. If he's your biggest problem, I'd consider moving him on to a Christian Petrarca. So that would definitely improve your team in my opinion. Christian Petrarca was a top 8 midfielder last season and I think he'll have a good back end of the year. The next one is a Ruckman and that is Witts. So if you're running a Witts, even probably a Nankervis fits into this boat too, but if you're running somebody like that you've had to pick up due to the English and Gawn injuries, I'd really be trying to move them on right now as we do have English and Gawn coming back from injury. So he's the next one. After that, we're getting into real luxury territory here, but the next one would be Jayden Short. He's really only averaging 80s and 90s in that midfield role, that midfield half forward sort of hybrid role. So I would definitely be jumping off Jayden Short. I'd be trying to get somebody, if you don't have a lot of cash, it would be Whitfield. And other than that, I'd be trying to get on a Doherty, a Sinclair, or a Dawson if you do not have them. The next one on the list is Tom Mitchell. So I don't think he's as necessary a trade as Patrick Cripps, and I wouldn't be dying if I had him in my M8 position, but if you have him and he's one of your biggest issues, I think you can move him on for someone, again, like a Jack Steele would be ideal, or if you can get up to a Rory Laird, that would be another great option if you don't have him. Other than that, you might even move Tom Mitchell onto a Christian Petrarca. As I said before, I think you'll have a good back end of the year. The next one is James Sicily. Pretty similar to Jayden Short here. If you can get that slight upgrade and get him up to a Doherty, you're really going to improve your points. And the last one on the list, and this is going to be more relevant when Brody Grundy comes back, but if you can offload Darcy Cameron, I think that's a fantastic upgrade as well. So they are my tips for which players need to go first in your lineups to help maximize your points for the rest of the season. Okay guys, thanks for tuning in for that short little video. If you enjoyed the content, please like down below and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.